you'd never played in a band before.
Never played in a band. I was a bedroom kind of creation, a bedroom invention. And I think that kind of explains why it took me a while to humanize as an adult.
So why did you want to be in this band?
I had never heard anything like it, Grateful Dead. And, these great bands, these seminal bands, they will find you at a time in your life. Mm-hmm. You can't say you're not into it. You just say you're not into it yet, right. Bob Dylan found me at a time where it was the right time, and Neil Young found me at a time when it was the right time, and when Grateful Dead music found me, it was the perfect moment, because I was out, I'd fallen a little out of love with what was left in music. What's left? Okay, I've got my mm-hmm. iPod, and I've got thousands of songs, and I know what each one does, and now I'm at the gym, and I've heard everything, and I know this song and that song, and all the classics, okay, I know them in and out. And at some point, music is so great because there is a new sound you will hear at some point that will sort of rekindle everything. And for me, it rekindled the sort of color of music, the sort of the imagery of music. And so when I would just listen to the interplay, and I would drive and listen, and everything was new. There's so much music. Everything's new for the first year when you're listening to Grateful Dead. Everything. And what you're listening to more than songs are moments, right? Because you don't know what the songs are, but you go, oh, that's a cool moment. Oh, that's a cool moment. And I would say sort of like genetically on a musical level, a lot of things from the 60s and 70s are little, they're time capsule, but they're dated at the same time. There's sort of a psychedelic sound that, if I listen to it, sometimes I go, I know what that was. I get what that was. And you can actually kind of hear the times through that music a little bit. And I wasn't alive in that time, but I can kind of feel what it might have been like. Mm-hmm. There's this timelessness to Grateful Dead music that you can access at any point. I mean, we're talking about some incredible cultural milestone years that came and went. You think about 60s and 70s and 80s and how the dress changed and how the attitudes changed. But when you listen to this music, you can go from 1972 to 1988, and there's this stability to how it feels when you listen to it, that it creates its own kind of universe around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It stands on its own.